Today I'm going to talk about ruling from your heart. Hi and welcome. If this is your first time here, I am so excited to have you. My name is Arica Angelo and I am the CEO and founder of the Arica Angelo Intimacy Experience. And guess what? All of intimacy, all of love, life, all of those things that we live in flow from one area. And it's not what you may be thinking. Our heart is the wellspring of life. But how often do we actually live from our heart? You know, we get very comfortable because in school, society, everything teaches us to do everything but live from our heart. Society tells us that we should live from our logic. We get marketed and told like what it is that we want. You want to buy the house. You want to get the career. You want to go on vacation once or twice a year. You want to have children. Like that's what we have been inundated to believe. But when we listen to our heart, it's a completely different game. People who follow their heart can be known as free-spirited or loose cannons, or they're just out there. But really, if we have a shut down heart, essentially we're not living. I call it you're living like this robot because you're not fully engaged in life. The only way to do that is to do that through your heart. You talk to the couple who's been married and they're looking at divorce, or they are divorced, and they'll tell you, well, it was just that time where I was supposed to get married. I was at that certain age, all my friends were getting married, and so now I'm in this marriage and I'm not happy. And I'll say, but did you choose that person from your heart or because it was the right thing to do, because your family, society, whatever expectations that are out there that you've allowed to be placed upon you, that you followed those expectations, you followed your logic as opposed to following your heart? You see, there are so many things in our life that we can get ourselves on a path that we do not belong on because we're not living from our hearts. So we can feel powerless, we can feel helpless, we can feel frustrated, we can feel like a victim. Why? Because essentially we're not being true to us. We are following logic, following societal expectations, and not listening to our heart. And we wonder, why am I so unfulfilled? Why is life not as life-giving and vivacious? Or you become indifferent, you start compromising, you go, this is just life, like I need to quit dreaming, like life isn't a fairy tale, it's not a movie. Well, essentially life is what you created, but it's where you're creating from. Are you creating your life from your logic, or are you creating from your heart? Now, if you choose to create and rule from your heart, then that creates a whole different paradigm. You're gonna have to go on an adventure. Things are not gonna be so black and white. The road is not gonna be straight and perfect. It's gonna get bumpy. It's gonna be adventurous, but guess what? You will be living. So I want to ask you, what are you ruling from? Are you ruling from your logic, or are you ruling from your heart? And if you're a person who is so comfortable ruling from your logic, I want to ask you, how happy are you right now? How satisfied are you? How fulfilled? Do you wake up in the morning feeling so grateful for the life that you live? Or are you frustrated? Do you feel like life is just not as exciting as you thought it would be? Have you become indifferent to protect your heart? These are hard questions to ask ourselves, and the only one who can give us the answer is us. And it takes a lot of courage to look in the mirror and say, what am I living my life out of? My logic or my heart? Now, absolutely, the logic totally supports us in facilitating what it is that our heart has spoken. The logic goes, okay, heart, this is what you want. All right, this is XYZ of what we need to do to get it. But essentially, it has to be birthed. It has to come from the heart. If you've been living a life out of your logic and not listening to your heart, I want to encourage and I want to challenge you to look at the fruit of your life and go, am I excited with my life? Am I loving my life? Or have I become complacent and indifferent? And really examine where you're ruling from. I want to challenge you to do life differently and to start living from that heart of yours. This is the beauty of intimacy, is that it comes from the heart. But in order to really do that practically, there are some foundational things that we do need. And that's why I've created this free training video to get you started with those foundational things that will get intimacy moving and flowing in your life. Don't forget also to subscribe to my channel and make sure that you like this video and share it with a friend. Until next time.